We do have a traffic hazard, though, an area to please avoid St. Joe and St. Joe Center. They are working on a fire near there. Once again, St. Joe and St. Joe Center roads, please avoid that entire area. They are working on a fire near there. That's your Traffic Tracker 15 report. Back to you.
All right, Tina, thanks. And that is our breaking news this morning.
That's right. Fort Wayne firefighters are battling a business fire. It is in the 5600 block of St. Joe Road at the marketplace of Canterbury. Dispatchers say the fire involves more than one business and has the potential to spread to Pierre's. Our own Rod Hissong is on his way. We will have a live report coming up.
As we told you a while ago, we do have breaking news happening right now.
Overnight reporter Rod Hissong is live on the scene of a fire. He joins us now. Rod, what can you tell us?
Hi, good morning, Pat. You can see this blazing inferno behind me. We are at the market of Canterbury. That is on St. Joe Road near St. Joe Center Road, the Cap and Cork and Mitchell Sports Bar. Let me step over this way. I'll zoom in a little bit closer with the camera. You can see it started just a little after 5 o'clock, and when I got here, it was pretty much what it looks like now, just an inferno for the Fort Wayne Fire Department. Multiple alarms have been called. They are fighting it from the air. Obviously, they're not going to be able to get inside and do anything. At this point, we've heard that firefighters are attempting to keep it from spreading over to Pierre's. I'm going to pan towards the right, and that's where Pierre's would be located. Oops, excuse me. There we go. And you can see some firefighters here on the roof. You would presume that there is some type of firewall there that would prevent anything from spreading. But at this time, the goal here, obviously, is to keep this fire from taking up the entire shopping center here in this area. You got Pierre's, a couple other sports bars, and some small boutique businesses in the area. But again, the real story here is right towards the front near St. Joe Road. You can see Cap and Cork and part of Mitchell Sports Bar, just a complete inferno. Needless to say, there are plenty of personnel and firefighters here from the Fort Wayne Fire Department working to battle this blaze. We have not talked to anyone on the scene yet. Obviously, still a very tense situation. We don't know about injuries. We presume the place was closed. Obviously, at 5 o'clock in the morning, you would think that they would be closed. We don't know how it started, where it might have started. We don't know if it started in the liquor store or over in Mitchell Sports Bar. We'll work to gather that information for you this morning. But right now, incredible images of this fire at the Cap and Cork in the marketplace of Canterbury on St. Joe Road near St. Joe Center Road. St. Joe Road is passable, so if you're driving that way, just be careful not to rubberneck too much and cause an accident out on the roadway. We'll continue following this and get the very latest for you coming up in just a little bit here on First News. For now, we're reporting live at the marketplace of Canterbury. Rod Hissong, News Channel 15.
Rod, thanks for hustling to get out there. Taking a look at these stories that we're following this morning, we are following breaking news right now. Fort Wayne firefighters are battling a huge fire at the marketplace of Canterbury near St. Joe Road and St. Joe Center. You are looking live at what's taking place. It started just after 5 this morning, and it involves the Cap and Cork and Mitchell Sports Bar and Grill. Our own Rod Hissong will have a live report coming up shortly.
Firefighters there on the scene at the marketplace of Canterbury. We've been following this since about 5:30 this morning. Rod has established that connection again. Rod, what have you got?
All right, thanks. Sorry about that. We unplugged the cable. You can see behind me, this is a marketplace of Canterbury. Just after 5 o'clock, Fort Wayne firefighters called here to Cap and Cork and Mitchell's, the sports bar. It's right next to Pierre's, and if you saw my report about 20 minutes ago, the thing was a blazing inferno. It looks like right now firefighters have a lot of that fire knocked down. It had spread from essentially one end of the building towards Pierre's. Fire officials were working to keep it out of Pierre's. Right now it looks like they have done that for the most part, working on the roof in many areas to keep that fire from going all the way across. Jim, you're assistant chief with the Fort Wayne Fire Department, joins me here real quick. Jim, I know we're not much into this. There's a lot going on. Can you tell us anything right now with what's happened here this morning?
Well, we received a call, obviously, that this was on fire. Had a 704 right away, which is a working fire for us. Here on the east end of the building, as you can see, at that time the crews started to aggressively attack the fire. Because of the nature of this size of the structure, the battalion chief called for a 706, which sends another complement of vehicles. We are aggressively still attacking the fire. We have made a trench cut in the portico across the from the one structure to Pierre's, essentially stopping the fire at that point and letting the smoke evacuate the building. We are still aggressively working on it, and we'll be here for some time, I'm sure.
I know it's very early. Any idea what might have caused this, or even where it might have started?
No, I have no idea at this time. Once we have the fire out and it's safe to actually enter the structure, then we'll be in there with investigators to determine the cause.
Any known injuries at this time?
No.
Okay. Jim Muir with the Fort Wayne Fire Department, Assistant Chief. Jim, thanks very much for that. Again, breaking news. We're getting information here as we relay it to you. We'll continue to follow this story, gather as much information as we can. Obviously, the fire, as Jim said, has got to be put out first before they can figure out exactly what happened. We'll have the very latest throughout the rest of the morning. From now on the marketplace of Canterbury, northeast side of town, Rod Hissong, News Channel 15.
All right, Rod, thanks for that. Boy, the fire department doing an incredible job. Just 20 minutes ago, those flames were massive.
Yeah, Mitchell's and Captain Cork.
Yeah, so we will continue to follow that story for sure. At least 2 Fort Wayne businesses are damaged after a major fire this morning. Overnight reporter Rod Hissong is live off St. Joe Road with the very latest. Rod, what can you tell us?
Hi, good morning, Pat. Most of the fire here is out, but less than an hour ago, it was a raging inferno behind me. Mitchell's Sports Bar and the Cap and Cork at the marketplace of Canterbury up in flames. Both businesses presumably completely destroyed. We'll have more information on the fires coming up in just a matter of minutes. Pat, back to you.
We want to get right to a story we have been following since shortly after 5 this morning.
Fort Wayne firefighters are on the scene of a huge fire at Marketplace of Canterbury. Overnight reporter Rod Hissong is live with the very latest. Rod?
Hi, good morning, Pat and Tara. Good morning, everyone. Everything under control here from the Fort Wayne Fire Department. Got word about 6:18. They declared it under control at the Marketplace of Canterbury. Take a look behind me. It's Mitchell's Sports Bar and Cap and Cork. And about an hour ago, boy, the flames were really shooting out of this place. I'll zoom in a little bit so you can see kind of what's going on. And I'm told that the fire was stopped before it reached Pierre's. They had made what's called a trench cut. So by that, they mean they cut through the roof to allow a lot of the smoke to ventilate. They were able to keep it out of Pierre's, but Jim Muir with the Fort Wayne Fire Department, Assistant Chief, tells me that Pierre's will have a lot of smoke damage. He's going in right now to make that assessment and see what's exactly the damage may be in there. He's told me also they do not know exactly where it started or how it started. Obviously, a lot of overhaul here. They'll have to tear a lot of walls down, get to looking to where the hot spots might have been that may have triggered this massive fire this morning. If you missed any of the video earlier, go to wayne.com. We have some video posted there as well, some amazing pictures of this fire as it took off here through these 2 local businesses at the Marketplace of Canterbury, on St. Joe Road. We'll continue to follow the details here as we get them, and we'll, of course, have the updates, the very latest, always on wayne.com. For now, reporting live on the northeast side of town on St. Joe Road, Rod Hissong, News Channel 15.
All right, Rod Hissong was some tremendous, also really following that fire from very early in the morning.
Our top story this morning, at least 2 Fort Wayne businesses damaged after a fire. Rod Hissong is live off St. Joe Road with the very latest. Rod?
Hi, good morning, Tara. I'm at the Marketplace of Canterbury, popular for Pierre's nightclub, but 2 businesses next to it, Mitchell's Sports Bar and Cap and Cork, up in flames this morning. Just after 5 o'clock, a raging inferno through the roof, which has collapsed on both businesses this morning. No one injured here. About 6:18, the Fort Wayne Fire Department declared it under control. Now the overhaul and the investigation continues. We'll have more, including pictures from what it looks like above, coming up in about 10 minutes on First News. Tara?
Okay, well, we want to return to our top story. Once again, Fort Wayne firefighters, as you see, are on the scene of a huge business fire at the Marketplace of Canterbury. It broke out just after 5 o'clock this morning.
Cap and Cork and Mitchell Sports Bar and Grill are badly damaged. Rod Hissong will have the very latest in another live report coming up at 7:25 this morning.
We can say that so far we have gotten no word of any injuries.
That's true.
Now at noon, reduced to rubble. A massive morning fire destroyed 3 businesses at the Marketplace of Canterbury in Fort Wayne. Good afternoon. Thanks for joining us. Fire filled the sky just after 5 o'clock this morning on the city's northeast side.
We followed the story as it happened live on First News. Now News Channel 15's Drew Blair is live to continue our coverage at the same but now very different looking scene. Drew?
And that's right, Pat. Good afternoon. Fire crews have a much different job ahead of them now. It has been 6 hours since the fire was considered under control, and you can see they are now in the middle of tearing down what used to be a Cap and Cork liquor store, a salon, and Mitchell's Sports Bar and Grill. Well, let's show you the footage our overnight crew captured of what got us to this point. Firefighters got the call at 5:12 as flames shot from the roof of those businesses. It took them about an hour to get everything under control. Investigators haven't released what caused it. And many people associate this complex with the popular Pierre's nightclub. If you're familiar with it, you know there are several businesses all connected throughout the center. The fire department says its people worked hard to keep the fire from spreading.
Very quick work by our firefighters. They did a great job. They did a great job of keeping it contained to just that one structure, not allowing it to go any further, and had no injuries, so thank God for that.
I spoke with the owner of Mitchell's Sports Bar and Grill, who told me he's been in a state of shock all morning as he watched the flames burn and now his business come down. Hear his reaction and plans for the future coming up tonight at 5 and 6. Reporting live from the marketplace of Canterbury, Drew Blair, News Channel 15.